Greetings. My name is Dennis Daniels, and I'm here to introduce to you Edubuntu and Tux Paint. Tux Paint's a fun little app. It's meant primarily for young children, but my own experience with high school students has shown me that Tux Paint can be quite addictive, partly because it is so simple to use. It is fun and it is easy to use, and it is fairly extensible. So let's take a look at it. Goal here is to demonstrate Tux Paint, and that also to show you that good educational materials don't have to support faceless corporations. KidPix comes to mind. Tux Paint was created by a couple of dedicated individuals who thought that their time was better spent making the world a better place. I'm sure the people behind KidPix felt the same when they started, before it became a boxed program. Use in classroom. For younger children, I'm not familiar with the younger grades as much as I would like to say I am, but I do know that it can be used to represent the world or topics under discussion in the classroom. And for teachers, it's always good to have deliverables or evidence of working with concepts for curious parents. That said, let's go take a look at Tux Paint. I'm going to start it through the terminal here, just because it's the way I like doing it. I'm sure we can do it through here. If we go to Applications, Education, Games, no, it's going to be under Graphics. Right there, Tux Paint. So you can click on that and start it, or you can start it through the terminal, which is what we'll do. So I don't know if you'll be able to hear all the noises that this thing makes. Kids seem to enjoy that part. So it's going to take a moment here to load. Click on it, and it's pretty straightforward. You have your tools, stamps. You can see the stamps over here. You can see the highlight, butterflies. Let's try a butterfly, and that's like a water skipper, I think. A door. Oh, it's reversed. Okay. And we have a variety of things that we can attach here. And we have painting tools, of course. I don't know if you hear that sound or not. We can choose our colors, and we can choose, of course, shapes, which is very useful. You can tell your students to create a circle man, whatever that might mean to your students. So there's no shortage of ideas, especially for those teachers who are more familiar with art in the primary grades. There are lots of things you can do here. The eraser makes all kinds of noises, and of course you can save at any point. And when you save, you'll see that it's gone into a holding place here. So we can open up a plane, and students can work on the plane. Click on it, and we can add color, we can add text. Let's see if we can, we'll type the A. Let's call this a plane, P-L-A-N-E, enter, and there's our plane. We can also undo it if we want to, or we can redo it if we want to. Create lines. Show our plane flying at supersonic speed. So again, Tux Paint is only limited by your imagination, and I encourage you to play with it as much as you can, so that you can make the best use of it with your students. Again, it's free, and free is always good, especially when your students might be in a economically disadvantaged district, like most of the first world. Understaffed, underpaid, undersupplied, few resources. As a teacher, I would chafe if any district manager or administrator came to you and said that they were spending gobs of money on software when so much good software is out there for free. So, use in the classroom, represent the world or topics in our discussion. Share the wealth, people. If you've got some educational applications that you like, make your own screencasts and publish them, especially as it applies to free applications like Linux or Edubuntu. I am particularly interested in how we could set up more networks, free to no cost or low cost networks in schoolrooms around the world, promote computers in the classroom. Really, it's one of the things that I've noticed in my world travels is there's not much difference between the first world and developing world. First world is still using 18th century tools because there's no electricity in the classrooms, and perception that it's difficult to migrate to technology, and or the teachers don't have the training to manage a computer environment. But most teachers would quickly point out to you that they don't want to be secretaries, but that's what most of them have to do because they're still pushing paper. I created this particular screencast using Demo Studio on my XP box where I VNC'd into my Edubuntu machine. I'm looking for a good screencasting tool for GNOME or KDE. Istanbul supports OGG, but video.google doesn't support OGG. And as you're watching this video on Google, this is my main platform for publishing. Thank you for your time. My name is Dennis Daniels again, and send me an email if this helped you or someone you know. Thanks again, and happy computing.